Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Another week. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to midweek and another brushing up with Ashley. This week I don't really have a lot on my mind or thoughts that are going on running around up here. I have been continuing, obviously, working on my YouTube channel. I am about to go live on Twitch. I worked on an email newsletter, so I'm still checking all the boxes. But I think the most prominent thing to come up this week, and if you're on social media, you've probably seen it, is the new artist app, Cara. It is everywhere, and a bunch of artists are either signing up for accounts or totally leaving Instagram to go over to this app. And I had made a social media post, I made an Instagram story about protecting my peace, and that I had kind of two main thoughts about social media. One, that you weren't going to find me on Cara. I did sign up, I held my name, but I did not install the app on my phone. I didn't even really set up a profile or upload anything, and I don't intend to, not for a while at least. And two, I was going to stop hiding my like counts on Instagram. I think it's really prevalent right now. I am feeling a sense of social media fatigue, especially as I'm trying to promote myself, promote my art, promote my channel. And just for me to protect myself, I cannot be on another app. And truthfully, even the apps I have signed up for, like I do have a Twitter or an X, I have a Blue Sky, I have a Threads, I have a LinkedIn, I have a Facebook, I have Twitch, I have whatnot. And I'm granted not all of those are social media, but all of those need a full-time attention to make any of those maybe lucrative or successful if you're looking at metrics. And I just don't have the capacity to do that right now. So for me, I've always kind of battled with what my boundaries are with social media. And I think that over the years, especially when I took a pretty long hiatus from social media and was very low low energy, low effort for about a year or two, where I was maybe posting some stories or just a random post here or there, but I was not using it to connect with a community, and I just couldn't find the energy to do that. And during that time, I found that there are kind of three things that I really found to be beneficial with social media fatigue and kind of setting yourself up not to just absolutely hate your time on a platform. I think some of the boundaries, some of the things I've learned is, one, I don't have notifications turned on for just about any app except for my email and Discord, because those two seem to be the most places where I get, business inquiries or I feel like I have to respond in a timely manner. I don't have notifications on for any meta things. I don't have notifications on for any sort of games, app-based games. I don't have notifications on for like any sort of news or notifications. I just turned them all off unless it was critical for my business, or basically just critical for business. So like Etsy is on, my email is on where I get the sales notifications. And I have Discord limited to not show up on my screen, but have a little thing. So I have really turned off notifications, and that has helped me hugely not feel like I have to be on my phone or checking my phone all the time. Another thing I would recommend is only allowing yourselves on for a certain amount of time or a certain time of day. Like just kind of set aside that hour or carve out that half hour or whatever it needs to be, and only get on during those times. That's going to be a lot easier if you turn your notifications off, because you're not going to know what's going on unless you have those on. And I think turning those off and then setting aside a certain amount of time is really helpful. There's also a ton of apps that can manage your time. Like I know the iPhone has it built in, but there are also external or third-party apps that will really kind of just that you give yourself 15 minutes or you give yourself 30 minutes and it will shut it down, and you have to go through big hoops to like get out of that. So if that is something that you struggle with, I would 100% recommend those apps. Another thing that I feel like I've started to become more comfortable with is just also being more particular and curating your feed in a way that fills your cup. And if you are following accounts that you just don't care about too much, if it's business or if it's people that are toxic or whatever it may be more protective of who you follow and what you're seeing on the feed, and that will help tremendously as well. And at first I carried a lot of guilt when I started unfollowing people, and some of it was just due to it wasn't necessarily the content, it was just time and who I wanted to keep kind of like in my inner circle. And if we weren't connected anymore, I just made the decision that it was okay to unfollow. And if they wanted to unfollow me, I would also had to be okay with that. So my follower list has also fluctuated quite a bit because of these changes, but I'm just learning to kind of accept those and be okay with that. Because I want people to feel the same way. Like if I fill their cup, if I don't make them feel like crap, that's great. But if I do, like, I don't want to be that for somebody. So it's just trying to figure out, what makes it the most enjoyable experience. The other thing is it is called social media. And I want to be able to interact and engage with the people I follow. I don't spend a whole lot of time on those platforms. And right now it's mostly just Instagram, truthfully. And so like, I want to see the stories of the people that I want to chat with or connect with. I want to have conversations and comments or in DMs or whatever. So, and that's just not possible when I follow hundreds, if not thousands of people. So paring that down and kind of keeping your network kind of tight or close, I think there's nothing wrong with that. And if it ends up hurting someone's feelings, it probably speaks more to them than it does to you. So yeah, I guess that truthfully, I just don't have the time. I don't have the capacity. There are other reasons too about like who the audience is there and who I'm trying to reach. And I just don't know that that's the right time for that. But overall, it's just a matter of protecting my peace and knowing what I can reasonably handle without feeling burnt out or tired. So while I went on there and held my handle, Ashley R. Villers, because that's where you can find me on everything, I don't intend to be posting there. And it's just because it has nothing to do with I'm in love with this platform or I hate this platform, but it's just I don't have the capacity. I think that if I could leave you with anything is if you feel like you have to do something because everybody else is doing it, look at that and what that means for you and just be mindful of it. Like don't just follow the trends or don't just hop on the next thing because you see everybody else doing that, and check in with yourself and go, is this something I can handle? Is this something I want to deal with? Is it, am I so fed up with Instagram that it is time and I can maybe step off that platform and focus my attention there? But I would be amazed if one single person who didn't have a team of digital marketers on their side could reasonably handle that without feeling some sort of stress. So if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling guilt, it's okay. We're all feeling it. And I hope you and I can work through it together. Anyways, I will see you next week. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and have a good one.